before my dad.
That's too bad. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. As you can see, I'm being recorded. We have a 60s cold opening. Ralph, Sarah, Maude, Madge, Osmond, Willard, and Janice. What a dream team. They're sneaking to the... What's that?
I just said stand by me.
A little bit, yeah. They're sneaking to the abandoned Springfield Township bicycle racetrack. It is empty, hee hee. Would you rather be Ralph, Sarah, Maude, Madge, Osmond, Willard, or Janice?
I will be Maude and Osmond and Janice. Is Osmond the happy one or the sad one?
Osmond is the happy one, isn't he?
I believe so.
Alrighty. So I will be Madge, Willard, Ralph, and Sarah Wiggum.
Exactly.
Sarah Pre-Wiggum. What's her name?
Sizemore.
And action.
Are you sure we're allowed to do this, my cousins and friends?
Stop complaining. You're always a tighty-whitey Maudelyn. Yeah, let's get in and have some fun. I'll move these planks out way. Sneak, 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 sneak.
I don't think this is a good idea at all.
Oh, Maude, my cousin. We're going to have a great day and it's going to be lovely. So.
Oh, yes, my cousin. You're going to have a great day and it's going to be lovely. Let's climb all the way to the top of the stadium seats. Climb, climb, climb.
I'll come with you then. Come on, Maude. It's me, Janice. Come on, Maude. Let's do this for the gram.
For the pride of the town. Oh, I don't feel like I've got the energy to do it.
Well, this is a lovely view. I've never been up here before.
I need the toilet. Hold on. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Okay. Action.
That was my Dunkirk.
Exactly. Wonderful.
Climb, 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 climb. Oh, I don't think I've got the energy for it. Let's climb all the way to the top.
Come on, I'm into it now. Let's go. Come on,
Right.
Sarah.
I'm going to stay down here and I'm going to... oh, look what I found. It's a tube. What if I stuff this extra t-shirt into it?
Madge, that's a great idea, sister.
Okay, now we're at the top. Oh, I'll love a hot dog. Me.
Who's that? Oh, Ralph. Don't you mean rat dog?
Yeah, I mean a rat dog. I'm going to go ratting, but there's loads of rats down there. Who wants to come with me?
Oh yeah, you like rats, don't you?
No one wants to
I'll
come
stay
with me.
here.
More rats for me. I'll get a
No.
foot-long one. Oh, hold on, everyone. Ha ha ha. Boom. Catch this t-shirt. Boom.
Christ.
Oh no.
Maude?
Oh no, Maude. Are you okay? Oh, bloody hell. I've proper knackered you up there, haven't I?
Quick run around all 6 of us that didn't need to be here. Could have done it with 3. Are you okay, Maude?
Yes, I'm fine.
Maude, it's a Maude good cast. Jehoshaphat, the Lord is my judge. Radamanthus, judge in the underworld. Twins born and Garrett Goodman. With 17 illegitimate children, but not Maude. Volunteer vaccine administrator. Maudelyn, Jehoshaphat, Radamanthus, Dina. Maude is dead. Rest in peace, cast soon. Spoiler. Footnote of a footnote in the TV history, and no longer her own pod bean. She's the spooky kooky mom to Rod and Todd. Ooh, spoiler, etc. Show, who would have thought it?
Season something, episode whatever. Who would have thought it? Update, she's still not dead.
But here we are at the wedding. Of IMG and MMG, it's time for a reddish wedding.
Reddish tinted wedding. I'm not here, so I'm just one of the night workers talking to you. Is that Animate Carbon Todd?
Yeah, he's back.
He came back last week, but we saw him explode, but whatever. He's doing a nice song and dance, though, even though he doesn't have a voice.
He's dancing. Look at his dancing moves there. Little funny jiggly dancing moves.
He certainly is animate.
I'm here with all of my friends of ladies and men of the night. Bo Hamburg, Dragonfly Bellabong.
Yes, I am in attendance.
And ladies of the night, Johnson.
And I am Ian Matt Stone Graham. This is the nicest, most reddest wedding I've ever been to.
I'm just fine and diddly dander. They call me Marsha
Thanks,
Mitzman
Marsha.
Gravesmans.
Your voice is a bit off. Could you work on that?
This is my best Americano.
Smash.
It's me. Surprise, everybody.
And I'm riding on the shoulders of ODB, rest in peace.
I'm riding on the shoulders of ODB, rest in peace. Guess what's about to happen?
Slaughter.
You're all going to get slaughtered
Right.
about now.
Slaughter. Oh my God, IMC and MMG and ACT and ODB have all been slaughtered.
Good.
President Bill Clinton and all his male hookers are all slaughtered.
I don't think we like that word.
It's okay because they're men.
Oh yes, Gigalai.
Jiggle-eye monster cat.
Exactly. I did that because I am not Zaz.
What? Hello,
Wait.
Goodman Morning, and covered from every angle clump, mantled the accumulated negligible dismal, my bosom friend. Multidimensionally poor in space Bronto octaves, Madrid Summer War Institute to compromise administrative data. All types of liquid surface waters are considered, and Our Lady's a sentinel of grace that guards our hearts. All
Hail. Corporate.
Imperialism. Sponsor,
What's going on? I'm just one of the
slaughtered guests.
I'm the one surviving friend of Clinton, and I guess I'm just going to have to do this podcast with you.
Sponsor, J. Vernon Pentecost and the Judgmental Hour. This was the burden of his soul in the hour the baptized saints are scattering abroad. When he comes again, he will baptize us with fire.
Nice. Was that a sponsor? Sorry, I was reading facts about hookers. Sponsor. I went on a tangent anyway. Kappa, the 90s clothes wear company that are typically depicted as green human-like beings with webbed hands and feet and a turtle-like carapace on their back.
Oh yeah, if you want to beat one of them.
You know, it's a clothes company, so you know you'd have to go there. Their abilities include drowning people and animals, speaking Japanese, and swimming. They like cucumbers
They like to rip the spines out of horses.
and cucumbers.
Cucumbers don't have spines. Sponsor, Rod McLeod, integrated edumatator, structural integrator, registered massage therapist, born in Sudbury, Ontario, and worked in the mines as a hard rock miner during his late high school. Annual pest invasion, integrated pest and food safety seminar.
Sponsor, Lism. Sponsor, Onion McLeod. Is he Canadian?
He's Scottish.
Oh yeah, the Scottish parrot. Do you have a education podcast, Onion? Aye.
Is it popular?
Aye.
Nay.
No.
I wouldn't say that. Mauditorium, give me a number between 1 and 350.
Sideshow Onion. I wouldn't. 200. How many numbers?
Just loads.
48.
48. Their phone number is 555-8904. Seinfeld's phone number is 555-8383.
Excellent. Is 555 the television one?
Yeah.
So every TV phone is basically connected to every other TV phone. That's where the
It's not how
multiverse
phone,
comes
it's
into
not
play.
how phone numbers work. Just because they have the same beginning sounds doesn't mean they're all connected.
But you could get in touch with any number in the television universe by typing in 555. Then if you just picked a lot of random numbers, you might get through to like Wilma Flintstone or something.
Flam Flam. Flam Flam's not here right now. Currently dead.
Usually L message. No, yeah, that's great information to have. I'm glad that they have a similar phone number to Seinfeld, which she probably wouldn't watch because it's not wholesome and they don't like each other very much.
It seems
Well, they
way
like each
more
other.
wholesome. It seems way more wholesome than it actually is, right? You could watch the
Yes,
first
it's
10 minutes of Seinfeld and think it was a relatively wholesome show until someone did a turd out of a window or something.
Yeah, it's like How I Met Your Mother. If How I Met Your Mother had been done well
Well,
and was well written and was well acted and the jokes were good.
so How I Met Your Mother is Doogie Howser and that fellow from the Muppets movie, right? Trying to do like
Willow.
and Willow trying to do a sitcom.
Yes, I'm Agent Colby Mulders or whatever from Marvel.
Welcome to the Maude Flanders Internet Museum, theme parks and hugs and bugs. Currently being patched up nicely by some floral, fruity love potions and rock hydrax, aka tiny elephants. When did the apes do one, and how do we know this information?
Meanwhile, in Lebanon, Kansas.
Oh, we aren't far off now from getting back to Wigan.
Are you lying, Stamp? So
Can I have a light, please, mister?
this map says we're miles away.
Mrs, can I have a light, please? Can you spare a light? Mrs, can you spare a fag? Ouch, slap. Mrs, can you spare a light?
Oh, look, it's, I don't know who that is, actually.
It's Dragonfly bloody Billabong.
Oh, yeah. Hi, you can't have a light, Stamp. I know who you are.
She's my world.
I am approaching you.
Surround
Matt,
splat.
there you are. Ah.
I speak only one language, and it is not my own.
Hold on, is that me? What am I doing over there? We'll come back to this after we've all talked about Maude together.
Content, clip 1. The Flanders are in an empty church. Just them and Tim. Maude
Can you even read that?
Maude is humbuckless, I repeat it. Maude is humbuckless. I repeat, humbuckless. Her tiny arms are on her lap. Some funky sounds are blasting in. Perhaps it is time, says Tim, to fight Razzle with Dazzle. He grabs a guitar. The guitar is not plugged in, but yet it works. Tim looks down and he's playing it out of tune as he's feeding back. Maude looks totally forward with no reaction as Todd looks up and says, "He is killing that guitar, Daddy." "Yes, son," says Ned.
Beautiful. This happens in the middle of a song. Can't really count it as a Maude song, but this is after Bart's met Don Cheadle and decided he's going to open his own faith healing church after saying that church can be fun. So everybody else in town is now at Bart's church except for the Flanders, and this is odd, but it feels like this has been put in to address continuity, which isn't something that they usually take the time to do. Like, they've put this in to show that church is now empty, but it's not. We don't, like, Lovejoy doesn't have any part of this story. It doesn't reflect on him, so there's no reason for us to see the empty church, other than that Todd saying that one line about the guitar being killed, which isn't worth.
It's very poor, isn't it, really?
Seconds. Good for us because we get to see her one more time. But
tiny arms. I wonder what Marsha's voice sounds like.
In this scene, she isn't speaking, but I imagine it's still off.
Even
probably had line after line, and they cut them all out. But yeah,
try again, Marsha. We're running out of time, Marsha. Try again. Try again.
Just kill her off.
Just do it, Marsha. We can just do it one more time, and this time really focus.
You did it good the first time. What happened? Diminishing returns. He was obviously, it's nice to see that she's loyal.
She's subcontracted that Mad Dog speech to Maggie Roswell, but didn't tell anybody, right?
Yes, she did. She asked her for tips. But in doing so, she just got her to say each line, and she just cobbled them together and played them on a dictaphone and mimed when she was in the roof.
What a good idea.
She offered her $4,000 to help, but didn't pay up. And then something else happened. But it's nice that Maude is loyal. Well, the whole family is loyal to Tim and the church, because it's not a different religion. It's still Christianity. So it's not like they would be going to a different style of church in the sense of it's the same. The material's the same on the page. It's just like they've gone to see Bart do it, which is like watching Maggie Roswell do it, whereas Maude and Ned and the gang have gone to church, and it's like watching Marsha Mitzman-Gavin do it.
Cheaper, but less effective.
Yeah. This is the last time we see her in church. This is it.
Except for the next clip.
No.
Clip 1. Season 11, episode 12. Mansion Family Death Clock 2. We cut back to the fancy auditorium. No classic BOTH shot because we are too far away. "Hello, I'm Kent Brockman," says Kent Brockman. He adjusts his bow tie to gently clapping crowd. Maude is sitting grinning and Ned is all dapper. Maude is not dressed up at all. "And I'm teen sensation Britney Spears," says Sweatpants Britney. Maude is on her feet, clapping enthusiastically. She is making some mouth noises. "And I'm Kent Brockman," says Kent. Crowd does not clap. What is Maude now wearing? There is no sound except a man coughing when Britney Spears once again says, "I'm Britney." Maude is up and the crowd is going hog wild. Britney is Pem and Skemming and the tag team. "We're here to present the 65th Pride Awards." Cut to crowd. Classic Maude hiding. We do not know if she is going as wild as the crowd. Tonight, says Britney, we'll be recognizing outstanding members of the community. The joke being that the tag team is now such that Britney says all of the words except the. Crowd goes wild. Maude's no movement. Cut to H.J. Simpson. This is moi. This is my year, Marge, he says, waving a little pendant that says awards. Sleepy Lisa, an orange-haired woman. Everybody knows I'm what makes this city great. My Maude's got no nose. Marge, I don't know. There's a slight buzz around Lenny. Cut to Lenny, pondering fingers. Maude seems to be behind Ned and noseless.
I repeat, noseless.
There's Britney Pemmon skemming.
Oh, yeah.
There's a perfectly timed Maude ka-ching Marge boner in front of Maude's face. There's orange-haired woman and
Lenny.
That's not Lenny.
Behind her.
Behind her. Where's she effing done? And Sleepy Lisa. And my Maude's got no nose.
A lot to unpack. Yeah, I didn't actually pick up on the fact that most people are wearing something nice and Maude's just in her usual I can't be bothered outfit. Even Squeaky Voice Teen or Jeremy seems to be somewhat glammed up. Yeah, I did notice there's a lot of off-colour Maudes in this one thing alone, and it is you can see everybody in that crowd like, except for Maude's face because of Margie's hair. Everybody else in the room is visible except for Maude, which is a nice touch.
Nice touch.
I don't think she'd be going this wild for Britney.
No, it makes no sense.
No, she wouldn't have known who she was in the first place, I don't think.
No, she would have known she had a phenomenon, but she would have been disgusted by her antics.
I assume she would have, and I also don't think she would have known who she was at all. I don't think she would have known about the phenomenon of Britney Spears.
I think she would have known all about the Spears phenomenon.
Maybe in a hateful way, like Helen told her. Like, have you seen this hoochie?
This harlot.
But now it's okay because she's free or something. Yeah, no, I don't think she would. There's not really any reason for her to be in that crowd. It's like they specifically chose the wrong characters to show. They've got the entire town there, and they showed Ned and Maude and Jeremy reacting to Britney Spears as opposed to characters who would convincingly care about her.
Who would those characters be?
Britney Spears.
Spears Jr.
I don't know, like Smithers. Sherry and Terry.
Martin Prince.
Laura Howard.
Willie.
Mo.
Mo.
But yeah, not Maude.
Not Maude.
And yeah, she's just unfortunate to get the raw end of the bargain sat next to Marge. So this is probably why she dislikes Marge. Imagine going out and you dislike the tall third neighbour, and then she was sat directly in front of you on an awards show, and she was blocking your view of Britney Spears.
But she's only sat directly in front of you sometimes due to your somewhat random magical powers of moving around seats, because as you can see here, she's not sat directly in front of her.
That is true. And then when Homer, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but Homer leaves the aisle and she's sat at the end of the aisle.
Close to the end.
Yeah. But she's got a nose back. But I noticed that there's enough room for a nose line, and they just didn't do one.
A little wee nose, little tiny wee nose. It's just missing that line there, isn't it? That's what it's missing.
Yeah, it's like she looks like, have you seen that fake Simpsons character?
Which one?
He's called like Gumbly.
Is he real?
No, people have made it as if he was in The Simpsons in the past, and they miss him.
Greggle Simpson. I didn't know this guy. That's fun.
There's things where they just put him, pictures of him, just like thrown into Simpsons scenes. They've just placed him in as and he sort of looks like a Graggle cast.
I'm sorry, Britney with his big red nose. And the slightest of all Maudes, Homer stands, he thinks it is him. Krusty the Clown, arms out, hey, sad-eyed Homer says, what? Goes to sit down, and a suited fellow is in his seat. Hey, who are you? I'm a seat filler, oh, says Homer, and goes to sit in the aisle, and we get the merest sliver of Maude, not really doing much, but she smiles, and then she stops smiling.
The nose is significant. It's like they've put too much nose in to compensate that she didn't have a nose earlier.
That's great, though. That kind of like she's got someone else's eye.
That is good looking at it like that. It's like an illusion. And
a Maude illusion.
Great work. She looks bored. She looks bored there as well. Like the first one, she's kind of pleasantly smiling, but it looks like as if she was smiling at someone and then they turned away, and that's her actual reaction, which makes sense because she doesn't care about Britney Spears. She doesn't care about Krusty, and Homer's now stood in her way.
Yeah, this is all in all almost as bad as that comedy club where she had to spit out coffee all over the counter.
Exactly. And it's doubtful that she wins an award.
What is this award ceremony for?
Just the town, oldest person.
Don't you think she's does enough good work that she might at least be in the running, like with her volunteer vaccine stuff? Yeah.
I think she would, if she was to win, it would be a group award, like the Investorettes would win. I don't think she's winning anything solo.
Bowling? Best bowlers?
Maybe. But again, a team. She's
best bowler on a team.
Yes. Whether they noticed her or not, she was always there. But yeah, I don't think she won anything on her own. Best wind chimes in town. Nicest buzzers.
Lord, clip 3.
Endorsed by Mo.
Send us all to Maude. Kachong. Clip 3. Cut across Marge and Homer J. Springfield. Marge has a nice black dress on. Homer is grumbling. Everyone gets an award but me. Maude has no award, I think. She is a squishy face sitting behind them. There's a lot of classic Maude coverage today. I can't help it if I donated the most. A lot of people covering Maude today. Like almost every scene has her covered.
Yeah.
Except for the one where she's in an almost empty room. Marge says, I can't help it if I donated the most blood, as she goes full P&S. She begins to sway. Woozy. I'm feeling kind of woozy. Slumps back, perfectly covering Maude's face once again. She does not move. As Marge is passed out, Homer reaches out for the award. She wakes and slaps his hand, and all the while Maude remains motionless and awardless. Lisa tries to say, but you won a Grammy. And Homer says, I mean an award that's worth winning. As wacky face Maude stirs ahead. Homer folds his arms. Maude looks ahead. As a disclaimer scrolls along the screen. Legal disclaimer. Homer Simpson's opinions do not reflect those of the producers, who do not consider the Grammy to be an award at all. Oh boo, poor season 11 remaster.
Yes, the Grammys don't do well in Simpsons history, which I don't really understand. I don't get why it's I don't get what the joke is with the Grammys.
Didn't the Simpsons win some Grammys for those Simpsons albums, or did they not win some when they thought they should?
Probably both. Maggie Roswell won an Emmy, which was somehow never brought up
in contract negotiations. Yeah, that doesn't matter.
It's flying an Emmy in longest trip. This is. I remember when I started putting together clips for the Maude-cast. And this one felt like it was, but when we get up to this one, then it's real. Like she's almost dead. Like we're in the last
silent farts of a Mitzman gave an era.
Exactly. This is the last time, other than the time when she dies. Spoiler. That she's in a big crowd of people. This is the last time she's with the town.
Last chance to mob up, and she doesn't take it.
Yeah. This is probably why she didn't win either she didn't win an award because she didn't dress up, or she didn't dress up because she knew she wasn't going to win an award.
Oh, I imagine it's one of those things where everyone knows who's going to win.
Except for Homer. Lenny doesn't seem to know, as he's very hyper-focused on the events. But yeah, I wonder if they did this again. I wonder if this is annual. I think he says that it's annual. But maybe she gets like a posthumous one, like when Heath Ledger won for Joker. Mum. Yeah, exactly. Best dead mum. I have nothing else to add.
Angry Marge.
I consider a Grammy to be an award.
Angry Marge turns to Homer. Homer, sit down. Completely covered, and mostly her Maude is covered.
She's we're getting a lot of treats again. Last time she's going to be in a crowd, so these are pretty much our last background Maudes pretty much ever. The end of an era for her, and these are the Maudes that I didn't think we would look at when we started, and I'm glad we did, because it's probably padded out about 35 episodes.
And that's great. That's good news, isn't it?
It's nice. We used to, at the start as well, I think we used to discuss in detail what she was thinking, and now we just sort of just blast through them quickly.
Not necessarily. I think we actually, if you look at them in those first ones, we didn't spend that much more time. But I think a lot of the times we know what she's thinking there, right?
Yeah, this is one of those rare times that we don't know what she's thinking here. We
What's she
don't know whether
thinking?
she's annoyed. I
What do you
imagine she's mostly thinking, I wish Homer would just sit down in his seat like everybody else is managing to.
I wish his gut would explode.
Yeah, I wish he fell off the back of something.
Where's that t-shirt cannon when I need it?
Exactly, where's Madge Tinker Turnbull, MTT?
The ironing. Or the ironing.
Yeah, we just see the corner of her, and I
That's
think
enough for me.
it's all we need. The very first appearance was just the corner of her in the opening credits, so
Very nice.
we're back to basics.
Where are the kids? Is the question we used to ask on a regular basis.
When
So we
Twitch is
realised
off.
we would never get an answer to that.
No, they're usually just somewhere else. Or you could account for Todd because he's so small that you might just not see him, but Rod is a tall little bugger. So he would be visible.
The Sumsums brought their kids, right?
Pardon?
The Sumsums brought their kids.
Yeah, it seems like nobody else did though. And again, Maude's probably sat there thinking, what is it about this family? Why do they think they get special treatment?
Why are they so
Unless that
special?
at least the one. They might have won an award.
Best little cherubs.
Yeah.
Most central
Best bald.
characters.
I tried to think of one, but I'm tired, so I couldn't think of anything.
Best 90s phenomenon.
Exactly.
Second best or first best?
Depends on the metrics.
Well, that's it then, isn't it?
That is indeed it. This is, you can wave goodbye to being in a room with the likes of Bernice Hibbert, Mr. Largo, and Patty,
Big head man. Salmon pink beard man.
SPB, MW.
Thin Uncle Phil. She says, wave goodbye to being in a room with fake Principal Skinner.
Yeah. Luann.
Huntsman. What's his name? Huntsman.
Who?
Luann's husband.
Kirk.
Are they still married?
Oh, Pyro.
Pyro.
Kirk Van Pyro. They got remarried.
I know that. I know. So I want to do a few spectral speculations. I'd like to spend the rest of this season exploring the turmoil before Maude's death. Spoiler. I want to know about Bona's life insurance, Morgana's plot, Magdalena's manslaughter trial, and the funeral incident that led to Frank's estrangement, or enstransement, as they say in French.
Well, that's good because we've covered all four.
What did we say?
I sort of vaguely listened back to a bit of it the other day. Something along, we only recorded it like 3 weeks ago as well. Something along the lines of Morgana hinted to Bona that he should take out a life insurance policy on Maude. No, I think they all took out a life insurance policy on Marilyn, except for Frank and Maude, because Maude doesn't like gambling. But then Frank and Maude had some kind of argument about life insurance and stopped talking. And Magdalena got off because she was, her intentions were good. But Hibbert, around this time, according to the diaries from some time ago, she's recently told Dr. Hibbert that Louis the mobster killed his brother, I think. So there's something there. I think Hibbert now knows that Maude played a part in his brother's death, and that will come back to haunt her if you remind me about that.
But not before she dies. My understanding is, my remembrance is that Morgana suggested taking out life insurance on everyone, and Maude wouldn't. And
Agreed.
oh my God, look at this brutal carnage.
It's okay. He missed.
He missed. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
We can still get maggied.
That'll be $4,000. Hee hee.
Who invited you?
Oh, I tricked you. It's me, MMG.
Oh, I do.
Then you're married. Let's have a look at some Maude art.
We've not done that for a while.
No, I know, because we were doing the spectral spongulations. What about this?
That's very pretty.
It's by Haslam Glorious, unless I got the name wrong, which I probably did.
It's like a paint but better done image. It's clearly been drawn because they got these big season 4 pupils, and Edna and Maude's ghosts are stood on either side of Ned, who is at both of their graves from the looks of things, with only one bunch of flowers. And Edna is saying, "I'll be gone forever, Ned. Our 4th grade teacher needs you. Good luck and beware of Bart Simpson. I love you, Ned and Ha." And Maude is saying, "My spirit will always be with you, Neddy. Be strong, go in peace, and take care of our boys, Rod and Todd and Gumby." It's very pretty. That's a wide Maude, but I'm not against it. I like it's got the squished baseness of that prior award show Maude. And
Very much so. I like the bags under Edna's eyes.
Yeah, very big. And she's also got really broad shoulders and really like muscly calves.
They've both got kind of muscly calves, haven't they? And Ned is looking really glum as he looks at these two graves.
What I think's happened here is they've made regular, correct size images and then widened them for some reason. But who can say why anybody does anything in the pursuit of art? I think it's great work. I genuinely do.
The only criticism I have is that the shadows. How are they casting such shadows here? That the shadows of Ned is just a puddle around his feet, yet the gravestones are pointing inwards towards him. These gravestones, they have flat tops, even though the gravestones themselves are rounded.
Well, that is some brutal nitpicking on this clearly child's image.
I don't think so. I don't think we want to suggest that Haslam Glorious is a child. Could be a grown-up.
Could be a grown-up with diction. I thought the ones in the back, if we're going to get into it, I thought the ones in the back were like fresh graves as opposed to shadows. I think the correct thing is that the sun is facing, like the front two shadows are correct and Ned's just pissed himself.
But that would have mean that Maude and Edna would have done the same. And this tree.
It's been raided just under the tree.
Let's go mad and do another one.
Let's do it. It's funky. It's Mad Dog's Maude from a few episodes ago, looking all hippie-ish with like floral jeans. And is the American flag a part of the jeans or a part of the shoe?
Part of the jeans in the old days, people would cut regular jeans up and sew like triangles of fabric in there to make them into fleurs.
I see. Maude wouldn't. But
No.
in this context, someone has provided these pants.
This is Mad Dog wood, though.
This is very nice. It's clearly hand-drawn, and I mean that in a nice way. You can see that it's been covered with pencils and pens, which is always
And
refreshing.
has she shot herself? Is that what this brown thing is at the bottom?
It could be. I don't think that's how that works, though.
She shook it out at the bottom.
They are big, whatever that word is for the bottom of jeans.
Bottoms,
And
bell bottoms.
got sort of like a long Adam Driver nose and really thin lipstick.
That's a long, thin Adam Driver arms. And some nice,
Adam Driver,
nice round Adam Driver bosom.
Exactly. And she's looking presumably at Mad Dog, who is unseen here. The focus is on Maude, and I like that the peace sign has like dripping graffiti. I don't know if that's taken from the episode or if that's creative flair, but I like it either way.
Let's go mad and do this one. Adam Frankenstein, the ghost of Maude.
How do you? Is this definitely connected to more?
Yeah, this is Maude Flanders by Adam Frankenstein. Go to Google and type in Adam Frankenstein, the ghost of Maude.
I don't need to. I see it right here. This looks more like Roswell than Maude, which is good in the hair and the demonic face.
There he is. There's Adam Frankenstein.
Oh yeah,
himself.
He looks like an Adam Frankenstein. Yeah, I like it. It's what I would call whipped up quickly.
It's intuitive.
Yeah, it's a pencil sketch of a screaming Maude with hollow eyes and no nose, even though that's a skeleton thing, not a ghost thing. And I assume she smells fine. And a big old mouth with giant bottom teeth that she could I think she could probably eat a double-decker with one confident chew, as opposed to like whittling away at it like normal teeth after.
Yeah, but problem with that is if that nougat gets stuck onto one of those, it'll rip it out. She'd probably lose hit her artery.
Exactly, but it's good. They're all good in their own way, except for this one.
All right, that's it for today. All right, so, well, thankfully, nobody died in the end, and everyone's back to where they should be, and very little of the episode made any sense and feels like it's just an attempt to get past this part of the story. And I'm sure next week it's all going to be all back to normal and make a whole lot of sense.
I wonder where that evil me went.
Yeah, where did he go? Didn't he drive off on the shoulders of the corpse of the ODB?
I believe so.
He said he was heading for Lebanon.
Oh yeah, who isn't?
You got time for an MD?
We do. WD.
HM?
Okay. Dear diary, today There is one in here. The pages are just stuck together.
All a bit jammy. All a bit jammy.
Dear Diary, today there was an award ceremony. Britney Spears and Ken Brockman were hosting it, as you probably know by now, if you've been listening to the whole episode. I didn't know who she was, other than Helen telling me, like, oh, have you seen this skank? Look at her doing this, something about getting a ring from the bottom of the ocean or something. But then I went home and thought, you know what, I'm going to give her a listen. And you know what? I like her. I had a great night. I felt what they call the groove. And before I knew it, me and Rod and Todd were dancing our little socks off in the living room to all of the hits, like Lucky, Stronger, Womanizer, whatever else was done. So I wrote her a letter of apology to say sorry, as most letters of apology do. And she actually wrote me a letter back saying, do not contact this address again, and then a nice little signed picture of her with Ken Brockman. So I gave it to Todd so he could put it on his wall and continue to sing and dance after I'm gone, because I'm going to the shop in a minute to buy ingredients, hot dogs. Said to buy. Be quiet, Ned. I also wrote a second letter to Helen to let her know that he's a scum, but I've not sent it yet. I might hold on to it for a while. So I don't think I've said everything I need to say with just your scum written in. Well, you know what it was written in. Bye.
Well, a diary that's as abstract and as meandering as the rest of this episode, which in its own sense is very beautiful.
Exactly.
But it seems that she really got into Miss Spears circa the year 2000. Didn't sign my favourite Britney Spears song of Toxic, which is a great song.
Yes, that is the best one.
But all in all, you know, she showed us that even in these last embers of her life, she was still able to teach her old dogness some new tricks.
You can't teach a new Maude old Maudes. YCTAM, etc.
You can't teach a new Maude Kaching.
The Todka.
Part 2.
This has been a meandering week. The stakes are very high as well.
The stakes have never been higher.
Well, for now, that will only continue to escalate.
Should we finish with a song?
Yeah, it's going to be a shit show.
Let's just say there's lots to choose from. Who's going first?
Me. Bamnaders, Maudesion book of paper.
Stim Pogglies. Hey, where's all the red lines gone?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we go. A book repeat tale of besting.
Made Elock playing it.
Death Clock Brockman. Maud's Maude. I'm Maude. Enthusiastical.
Britney speaks. And Kent Brockman says.
Kent crowd caught in. Briny Pem.
Scamming. Mood. The A crowd. Toghead.
Mood. Is it starting now? Is it just starting?
And that's Briny.
Maud. You are. He heard every on Maud's buzz.
Slapeepy. Brotney. Red Noose.
Maud, crusty, sad, wah, and oh, the Maudes, I can't, emost blood. Pem and Scam.
Plumsp.
Amanda Pem and Scam.
Perfectly Maudet.
The Eagle must pips, tips.
Maud Satras, Mosley her.
Maud.
The end.
And
Oh, I'm very tired.